Welcome to the Diecast episode 8. Okay, so at the head of episode 8, we wanted to stop and do a state of the game, brief conversation to lead into the episode because episodes 1 through 7 were really about the siege of Greenest and kind of the cleanup action following that. So I thought now would be a really logical time to pause, to talk about any issues that the players have, any concerns that I have as the DM, anything that we feel we need to air with one another and also with you. And then I'm going to do a brief summary of where we have come from now.
Yep.
So, state of the game, guys. How do you feel?
So far, I feel it's we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. You almost wiped us last session.
I did. You deserved it.
We do. We always do. However, listening back to the episodes after the edit, I did notice that we were using a rule wrong. My second attack.
Okay.
It can only be taken after an attack action.
And so that's a specific, you use your turn to attack, not prepare or anything like that.
Yes, okay. I can't use a ready action or a disengage or anything like that and then still gain my second attack. It has to be after an attack action.
Okay.
So we apologize for misusing the rule, and from this point forward, we are going to be following the rule as it is written.
Yep, and it's worth noting that if you notice us screwing up, let us know, because if it's not a homebrew rule, it's probably something that I misunderstood and that I taught to them incorrectly and failed to adjust for. So just let us know, and we'd love to hear more feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Jen?
I feel like the biggest thing for me is I'm very soft-spoken compared to these two. So my hardest part is adjusting my tone volume.
Which you've been doing very good. You did very well with the last session.
And if we look back to, the Dead Space episode, you're definitely louder than you were there.
Oh,
yeah.
That was horrible.
The Dead Space episode and the first 2 episodes of Diecast, your decibel level has
We were
risen.
all over the place for the first 2 episodes of Diecast. I think over the last, what has this been, 3 months we're into this now? 4 months almost?
Something like that, yeah.
I think the quality of episodes has skyrocketed, especially since you took over the Canon Fodder podcast editing.
Yeah.
And I can focus on this. The quality of the conversation and my planning has gotten better.
Yes.
And that, in turn, I think makes it easier for the players to play.
Yeah. And to note, we are recording this probably a month, 2 months in advance of us releasing it. So we just got done recording episode 5 of Canon Fodder.
Yep, yesterday.
Yep,
which is the Elite Legacy episode.
Yes. So this is back in time quite a bit from when it's being released. So if we discuss certain things that are going on right at this moment, it may be different than it may be different than what we have.
Yeah, it's worth noting the way that we record this. I know that some shows record every single week and quickly edit, but Kyle, do you want to explain our process?
What we do is with Canon Fodder, we record a month in advance so that it gives us time to edit and go through, because some of the edits have been pretty rough.
Yeah.
I know you struggled with the Andromeda edit.
Yeah. I was learning a lot about how to do the audio processing, but subsequently, we've gotten a lot faster.
Yes, we have. And I took over for episode 4 of Canon Fodder, the Star Wars episode, and that was the first one I had actually edited. You get to edit that one.
I get to edit that one.
So, and with Diecast, we record a 3 to 4 hour session and we try and get at minimum 2 to 3 episodes out of them. There is a lot of things that get cut out.
Yeah, I like to cut out the legalistic arguments over rules and the pauses where we've got to leaf through the books to find that stuff. My whole thought process is we could do a really raw actual play where you listen to us, try to figure out character rules, or I could just keep you going in the action and the dialogue and the role play, because you guys are really good at the role play when you start talking back and forth, and that's way more engaging than Jen going, where's that rule, or Kyle desperately trying to figure out how to read.
Okay. What about you, Jen?
I'm still pissed that John was broken.
That's game summary, but okay.
Just staring at me, but what am I going to do about it? I'm not a blacksmith.
You're also not the one that critically failed.
No, I also didn't take away your hammer.
No.
And deprive you guys of your greatest defense.
No, you didn't.
If we reflect back to that episode, whatever it was,
4.
My thought process was you'd go up on the bluffs and play the bagpipe to attract patrols, not get chained to a tree.
Yeah, yeah, you actually said that in episode 4. Other than that, I think I don't think I have anything else for State of the Game.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for initiative.
So Leaky and Cesaria began this adventure many episodes ago when they moved south out of the Desserin Valley, abandoning the hopeless situation with the elemental temples there to better hands, after their allies Flint and Elle died in the Water Temple. Cesaria, now in possession of the corrupting scimitar Drown, caught rumors of dragon cultists searching for legendary dragon masks in the Greenfields area, and was unable to turn down the opportunity to try to acquire them. Leaky, meanwhile, merely seeking glory, was all too happy to follow her. So that was where our adventure begins. In Greenest, which is one of the larger towns in the Greenfields area, you found it under siege by dragon cultists, kobolds, and an adult blue dragon. After an almost deadly counterstrike, Leaky and Cesaria drove the raiders and the dragon off, and under request of the town's governor, the Honorable Governor Nighthill, they pursued the raiders to learn more and tried to rescue the half-elf Laushan, a monk. This led the two adventurers into the heart of the bandit camp, and getting in required Leaky and his powerful dwarven thrower to be captured by the dragon culters' leadership. Cesaria found out, meanwhile, that they were hatching dragon eggs in the caves at the head of the camp, and Leaky found Laushan. Together they escaped, but just barely, and their time in the camp was not done. Leaky and Cesaria were forced to make a second trip to the camp at the monk's request to learn more about the caves, and by the time that you returned, the bandits had already broken camp and moved off, leaving a spare guard behind. Searching those caves, you found that one of the senior leaders had remained behind to try and guard the dragon eggs, which were near to hatching. But she escaped before you could stop her or kill her. This, of course, followed a very strange argument on a rope ladder.
Yes.
So,
yep. Where Leaky was turned against Cesaria.
Yes. And at the very limits of your strength and courage, Leaky and Cesaria chose to smash the nearly hatched dragon eggs and kill the unborn dragons before fleeing for their very lives. Because you guys almost wiped.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
So our adventure resumes at the road back into Greenest, where Governor Nighthill stands waiting for you with fresh horses and a very worried look on his face. How do you want to begin?
Why is Governor Nighthill so worried?
He says that, if you remember, the half-monk Laushan left already. He had urgent business in the city of Elturel, and he left a message with you. It was simply, seek Anthar Froom. Immediately. I shall try to wait for you there. So he's got fresh horses for you, but he's willing to basically equip you. He's trying to push you right through the town.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
What is he trying to equip us with? Just the horses?
What do you need to head north immediately? I know it's kind of late in the morning, but you need to get on the road. You need to help, because this situation could spiral.
Leaky kind of needs a bow.
I will give you a bow.
Okay.
Do you want a long bow or a short bow?
Short bow.
Short bow it is. And he dispatches a small messenger monkey to fetch you a bow. Anything else you guys need? Weapons, equipment?
I think I'm good.
Does this bow have any special properties like the axe did?
No, but it does have a string. Which is handy.
It
is the banjo bow.
That's what it's being named.
Okay. So you guys don't need anything else?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I'm good.
So he's got fresh horses for you. So if you're ready, I'm not going to make you pass riding check. You're both proficient.
Well, I need to make dexterity checks to make sure I can get up and down off the horse.
Governor Nighthill will help hoist you.
No, you don't lift the dwarf.
Okay. I'm just trying to help, young man.
20. Not natural.
Good enough. And as soon as you sit onto the horse, it goes. You hear in your mind, "Oh God, I hope he can't smell that I'm not really a horse."
What?
Are we ready to move on?
Am I riding a druid?
I don't know. What are you riding?
I don't know.
What are you riding?
Okay. You guys are ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Cool. You journey 3 days north without any kind of incident, except for an almost constant drizzle that slows your horses and chills you to the bone.
Reminds me of home.
I bet, yeah. You pass a great number of people in heavy wains, laden down with winter supplies or also the last trading runs of the season. But these are people who are very much cloistered into themselves. They're not friendly on the road. They're just about their own business. They keep their heads down. They don't talk to you unless you engage them, and largely they just want to be left alone. A lot of them are just moving straight north. On the fourth day, however, you find that the road is blocked by commoners, horses, and wagons, and they stand around what seems to be a stone statue of a man sprawled half in the road. His face is contorted in a scream, and his right arm is half raised in defense, but it seems to have been bitten off at the elbow. But as you look at him, he's clearly made of stone. The people around you, their faces still hidden within their hoods, are working themselves into a panic. You hear rumors of other travelers turned to stone to the north, and that a family with children was petrified like this, not 10 steps from the road itself. What do you do?
I'm going to roll an investigation check, see if I can figure out why. Wait, he's stone, is he not?
Yes.
Okay. So I get double proficiency, which is actually another rule that we were rolling.
True.
Incorrectly. I was rolling with advantage, not double proficiency.
Okay.
So as a DM, I have no proficiency in history or investigation.
Yep.
But can I count my +3 proficiency and double that?
Well, that's what double proficiency means.
Okay.
So, and since it's stone, you can at least make the attempt and use the bonus.
Okay. 16.
Okay, that is enough for you as a mountain dwarf to know that this is not stonework.
So it is not natural stone.
This is not natural stone.
Okay.
This is not carven, in other words. So it was created some other way.
So if it's not natural, it'd be a history, wouldn't it, to figure out who carved it?
It's not carved.
I thought you said it wasn't natural.
It is not natural.
It is not natural stone. It is
Yeah.
not carved stone. It has been made by some other means.
Yeah, but what I was saying is it would be a history check to figure out how.
Well, that's what he just did, basically. He
Yeah.
did a stoneworking check through history.
Oh,
So
I thought,
what he found
I thought
from the
we could
history
do
check
a
is-
second history check.
Yeah, so basically what Kyle identified is that this is not a statue. It was created by some other means.
So I think it would be an investigation check on your part. Because my investigation is +0. So...
Can I reach the box?
Natural 20.
Okay, so you find the heavy prints of some animal that can be easily traced to the hills off the road. But on the way, you actually find a camp that's been abandoned, and the tracks lead all around this as if there was a scuffle here. There's a tent smashed into the ground. The campfire was kicked and scattered all over the place. And you also see the hoofprints of a horse that kind of ran off towards the hills in the other direction from the road. So he must have been camped here. His horse ran off, and he ran towards the road. And whatever it was that chased him, that did this four-toed monster, chased him onto the road, left the horse.
Would tracking be a survival skill? That'd be a
Or
survival
perception.
skill check?
Hunt game, follow tracks, survival check.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it says DM might ask you to make a wisdom survival check to follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide your group through frozen wastelands, or identify signs that owlbears live nearby, predict the weather, or avoid quicksand.
oh, alright. So following tracks would be a
Survival.
survival check. Do you want to follow the tracks?
I can try. What's your survival?
No. Mine's +2.
Oh, so it's mine. Yes.
Do you want to follow the tracks?
Yes.
6.
What's that?
You got an 18, so that would make it a
Non-natural 20.
non-natural 20.
So while Leaky gets confused by the hoof prints and these four-toed prints because they look approximately the same, and as previously discussed, anything with more than 2 legs is a dog to Leaky.
Snack!
Cesaria is able to clearly identify the path back into the woods, even though it's through underbrush and tangle and growth. The other thing that you notice, because you rolled high in your investigation check, and also you rolled really high on your survival check, is that this thing has 8 legs.
Oh.
It could be Glaupnir, the 8-legged horse of Odin.
I'd be okay with that, but if it's a spider, I don't like spiders. They all need to die. With their beady little eyes, and I'm gonna stab each one of them.
Excuse me, you're insulting my ancestors as your neighborhood mutant spider person. My beady little eyes are quite intelligent. All 30 of them.
I don't care if they're all gonna get individually shanked.
Wow. Someone's got some arachnophobia going on.
My Uncle Ben is weeping in his grave. Okay, so you're tracking off through yonder wilderness?
Yep.
So you follow the heavy prints deeper into the wilderness for almost a half mile, where you find the petrified body of a horse, but its head is missing. The rest of it is turned to stone. What do you do?
I'm going to roll a history check to see if it is the same stone that the statue, quote-unquote, statue on the road was.
Ah, interesting use of the skill.
Is the DM going to allow that roll?
Yep.
All right.
Same type of stone.
Okay.
It's Medusa. We're done.
Oh, God. Do you want to do another survival? I'm going to roll a survival check to see if I can find any more prints.
Okay.
18.
Yes, you are able to find more prints, but they're climbing steadily uphill onto what is a almost sheer cliff face. So it's pretty handy to have 8 legs.
Great.
And you're not good with heights.
No, I'm not.
You're going to go up the cliff butt first?
Maybe.
How do you want to proceed? You're going to need to make an athletics check if you want to scale the cliff face immediately, or I suppose you could climb slowly, or she could drag you up the cliff.
I don't think she's got...
Do you have
acrobatics?
What's that?
Athletics or acrobatics?
It would be athletics to scramble up this hill.
I'm going to make an athletics check to... 14.
That's high enough to scramble up the hill, yeah. We're calling it like a bare average.
8.
It's enough, but you take a couple points of damage because you skin your knee.
Make sure you do a long rest there.
Mm-hmm.
At the top, Leaky, what you see is a cave mouth, but it's a narrow entrance. It's not a big, wide mouth, but rather a throat deeper into the stone, and it curves quickly down. It's a defile into darkness.
I'm going to do a Stoneworks history check to see if it is man-made or natural.
Okay. Despite what Cortana tells you, that is obviously not an artificial cave. Which remains today one of the worst lines in video games.
Yes.
But I love it.
Okay.
So this is a natural cave.
Okay.
And it cuts right into the stone. So it looks almost as if the mountain has been rent here. And coming out of it, what you smell is death, carrion, rotting meat.
Gross.
It's the heads.
Do you want to go in the cave, see what's in there?
Do you want to peek first? It's probably angry. And if it's mad, you're more tanky.
All right. Leaky's
Actually,
going...
before you do that, I'm going to stealth.
You've successfully hidden from nothing that was looking for you. Hey.
She just did the equivalent of Leaky hiding behind a twig.
Yeah, pretty much. But she's stealthy in case anything pops up.
Mm-hmm.
She just did the James Comey blending into the drapes.
All right, I'm going to roll a stealth check to approach the cave mouth.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Okay.
And see what I can see.
You don't need to check for this. You approach the cave stealthily.
Okay.
She stealthed before I could say that. She just went right in. I'm sneaky, but I will give this to you. There's nobody watching. There's nothing watching. You approach stealthily.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot path into the defile, deep into the darkness. So, do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Okay, you can see down at the bottom where it levels out, but it opens up into a broader chamber beyond that, and you can't see beyond that because past that in your dark vision is darkness. So in the dim light, you can see the base of it, which is about 30 feet away, and that's where it shallows out into a pan and a broader chamber. And It stinks.
Stinks.
It stinks.
Awesome.
It is the latrine trench
Gross.
of caves. Yeah.
So, you want to go in, Cesaria?
I suppose.
All right.
It's stinky in here. How do you deal with your stank? You should love it in here.
Well, he's had like a 3-day-long bath, so...
How have I had a 3-day-long bath?
The rain.
Oh, that's true.
This is the one and only time you don't reek. They call it a sky bath where he comes from.
Do I need to make a stealth check to go into the cave mouth?
Nope, you can go right into the cave.
Alright, I'm doing it stealthily.
Okay, you're doing it slowly, which gives you benefits towards your stealth. Okay, so down at the bottom, because you have dark vision, and Cesaria has dark vision as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What you guys see is that it's a roughly circular chamber. It doesn't seem to exit off into anywhere else. It's about 25 feet wide by about 30 feet long, but it's elliptical. It's an oval.
Oval.
Right. And along the walls you see scattered bones. You see bodies in various states of decay. You also see some of the bodies appear to be made of stone as well. And at the very back you see what appears to be the statue of a lizard, like up on its haunches, almost as if it was left there like a shrine. You see a little bit of treasure scattered here and there too.
Is the lizard stone?
It appears to be.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly approach the stone statue and investigate it with a history check.
Okay.
Stoneworks history check.
Sure.
12.
Right. It opens its eyes. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
Everybody.
20. Not natural.
Is that a 6 or a 9?
6. So you got
11.
Okay. So just to give you a little bit of a visual here, it's big, it's thick in the trunk, it's got a big, broad, wide alligator-style tail and a short, snubby muzzle, but its eyes are glowing ice blue, and it's got 8 short, thick, powerful legs. Does that make sense?
All right.
Can you visualize it?
I can.
Okay.
Is this some form of messed up lizard dragon?
You would need to pass a nature check on that, which you could do during combat if you so chose. Okay, Leaky's going first, and it has surprise round on you.
No, it does not.
It does, because
I cannot be surprised.
I'm saying, are you raging? Because otherwise,
Yes.
I'm giving it a surprise.
Yes.
Because you didn't know it was there. You didn't know it was about to do that.
Yes,
So you're
I am-
raging. Okay.
I am raging.
So Jen or Cesaria has a surprise round against her, so you get to go even during the surprise round against it. This thing is about 10 feet long from snout to the end of its thick little tail. You get to go first, Leaky, and then it's going to go, and then we're going to reset the turn order to reset the surprise round.
Okay.
Make sense?
If I were to use the boot bolo as an actual bolo and not a weapon, how far away would I have to be?
15 feet?
15 feet?
Yeah,
I bet.
but what is that going to do? It has 8 legs. You can't bolo all 8 legs.
It's true.
So why waste a turn? If it had 2 legs, then great, you could bolo them together. But you can't bolo all 8 legs together, therefore, just beat the damn thing.
You make a good point.
Damn your logic. I was looking forward to narrating. It scuttles towards you on its other 6 legs.
I'm going to swing in it with my great axe then.
Alrighty.
19.
That's a hit.
For 12 damage.
12, okay. Alright.
Next attack.
Yep.
17.
That is just enough to hit.
For 18 damage.
Alright. So that's 30 total. Okay. Alright, so it's the very first thing it's going to do is it stares at you. And it's got its glowing ice blue eyes, and it's breathing heavily through its mouth, and you feel yourself starting to stiffen. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
It's a Medusa lizard. Boom.
14.
Alright, you're able to summon your own resolve and start to fight it back. So whatever that stiffening is, you're able to control the stiffening. However, it is going to make an attack against you. It's going to attempt to bite you.
Okay.
12 is not enough to hit you.
No, not even close.
And that makes it your turn again.
My turn again.
We're through the surprise round, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm stealth.
No,
Right.
because of one of my abilities, Feral Instinct. If I go into a rage immediately,
You can avoid the surprise.
I can avoid a surprise round.
Oh, so that's what that was, and now we're in this.
Now we're in the actual...
Okay, I got confused. Sorry.
No, he undercut the surprise round just because he basically panics.
Something's not right!
Sorry, I got confused.
That's okay. It's new. We had never really played it
17.
before. Okay, that's just enough to hit.
For 9 damage.
All right.
And my second attack. 19.
That's enough to hit.
For 13 damage.
All right, that's it. You've done a lot of damage to it right away. It stares at you again. Make a Constitution saving throw.
$13.
You're just enough to force it back. All right, it's going to try to bite you. Not enough.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Because Leaky is a tank.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it Cesaria's turn, does not?
Mm-hmm.
Am I still... Yeah, I'm still sneaking.
Does it know Cesaria is there, or is it focused on me?
It's focused on you.
So she can make her sneak attack?
Yes. I believe she gets the sneak attack bonus anytime that her target is within 5 feet of a threat.
We'll have to look that rule up.
Yeah, but for now, she was snuck to begin with.
Okay.
D10, yeah?
Yes.
Because I changed my crossbow to a heavy
D10 looks
crossbow.
like a UFO.
Crap, I need one more. Wait, no, I don't.
What do you need?
A brain.
I can't help you in that department.
Okay. 14 plus 8 is 22. Should hit it. In theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what was your armor class hit?
22.
Yes, sorry.
17.
Yeah, 17. Holy crap.
And then at the end of my turn, as a bonus action, for 19, I'm re-stealthing. So I'm shooting my crossbow and then hiding back into the shadow of the cave.
So you made a hit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How much damage was that for?
17.
All right. This thing is... You've beaten the crap out of it. It's in bad shape.
Bleeding profusely?
It doesn't bleed so much as sludge, but yeah.
It's sludging?
It's thick blood.
Alright, does that make it Leaky's turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Leaky's gonna take a swing.
Okay. Leaky misses.
17.
Just enough to hit.
For 13 damage.
Alright. You don't quite kill it, but it's wavering on all 8 legs. So that puts it at 17 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
13 damage.
Oh,
sorry.
Either way. It's close. So it's going to take one last attempt to stare you down. Make a dexterity or a Constitution saving throw.
19.
You pass it. Doesn't seem to bother you too much.
My heart just...
And it's going to attempt to bite you.
And it misses.
Okay. This has been an ineffectual monster.
Cesaria's turn. I'm within 5 feet.
It's because Leaky's heart is stone.
That's true, yeah.
You can't turn me into stone.
His
I am
heart is
already
flint.
stone.
My heart is flint.
That makes it your turn, Cesaria. So he's engaged, so you get your sneak attack dice. All handful of them.
Yeah. You found out earlier today how difficult it is to roll all those die.
Yeah, that was unpleasant.
So that's enough to hit. That's
it's a killing blow.
21. Yeah.
What do you do to it?
5. I just want to count up damage first. 5, 10, 15, 18,
Monster.
22 damage.
You want to narrate your killing blow there?
I take and shoot my crossbow into one of its little stupid beady eyes.
Yeah.
And then I walk up to it, I rip the crossbow arrow out, and I stab it into the other eye.
Its very last act in life is to vomit a half-digested horse head onto you. And then it flops over, and all 8 legs tilt to the right.
Leaky, have a horse head.
What do I want with that? It's half digested.
However, as you touch the fluids on the horse head, your skin gets really soft and nice.
Leaky doesn't want soft skin.
Tough.
Leaky doesn't like soft skin.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to investigate this stupid thing.
So that would be a nature check is typically how I run that?
A whopping 8.
It's nasty looking.
A 7.
It's pretty nasty looking.
Can we continue rolling nature checks?
No,
Oh.
but you could remember what it is and ask somebody about it later on.
Okay.
So 8-legged, big, thick lizard creature turns you to stone when you stare at it. However, there's also some treasure around in this cave. I forgot exactly how powerful you are.
Investigation check of 19.
On the cave itself, or are you looking for the treasure, you mean?
Yeah, I did the wrong one.
No, that's okay. I know what you meant. So you find a silver chain with an I almost said an emerald diamond.
Emerald diamond?
An emerald gem in it that looks like it might be worth something. However, it is kind of covered in gacky goop. You also find a metal urn containing ashes with runes graved on the top of it in some language. What languages do you guys speak? You can't read. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Well, Mama, you're going too fast for me to rate. Right? There's a necklace.
Emerald. I almost said emerald diamond. I confused myself. And then I confused Caesarea.
And then there was...
There's a metal urn.
Oh, urn.
Yep. With runes graven on the top.
And it's got ashes in it, correct?
Yes.
When you pop it open, yes, it has ashes in it.
Don't sneeze. I speak. I understand the secret language. I never wrote down what it was.
It's your thieves can't.
I know Common, Elvish,
and an extra language that you never put down.
And another language I never put down.
So Common and Elvish right now.
Okay, you can't read what's on top of the urn.
I'm taking it.
Okay.
It's pretty.
It's a dead guy's urn.
It's pretty. I like it. Goes with my scratchy crab.
True. Although it could make more of a mess if not treated appropriately. I guess you could probably put Scratchy Crab in it.
That's mean.
Don't put Scratchy Crab in it. That's going to make Scratchy Crab fucking gross.
That'll kill Scratchy Crab.
And Lord knows what those ashes are.
There's also as you root around, you got a really high investigation check, correct? As you root around, you find a little bit of a light coming from behind some stones, almost as if whatever this creature was tried to bury it. Do you want to investigate the light?
Yes.
Okay, you don't need to roll for this. Because you are able to move rocks the size of your hand. Even if they're very hot rocks, you can move them. And what you find is a small glass orb that's glowing with some sort of smoke on the inside. But as you watch, and as the creature bleeds out behind you, the light fades.
Weird. You want to take that?
Mm-hmm.
Leaky will break it.
Yeah, we know.
Not on purpose.
I know.
Last thing that you find as you root around in this cave that stinks is a little sack containing 50 gold pieces.
Do you want to split that?
Yes.
Okay.
She can't tell you no anymore.
No, she can't. And she's also been pitted against Leaky. And knows how strong he is.
I'll take Scratchy Crab in your sleep.
Would you consider yourself an enemy to yourself?
Maybe.
Yes.
So she'd get advantage anytime she attacks you.
Yes. Okay. Is that everything in the cave?
That's everything in the cave.
All right.
And the giant body.
Well, yeah. You ready to head back to the road?
Yes.
That would be
998.
998.
Back to the road.
Back to the road. And on to our next destination.
The people down below, they ask you, what the heck, what was that you... they heard you yelling.
It was a Medusa lizard.
A Medusa lizard.
We don't know, but it's dead now and it poses no threat.
They want to know what they should do about the bodies. Or about the body, I suppose.
Bury it.
Set it on fire.
Give it its proper honors.
Okay. And also, some of them ask if you would escort them to El Terrell. But they're in wagons.
Sure. I don't have an issue with it. What about you, Caesarea?
Are you guys actually going to be able to fend for yourselves, or are we going to have to babysit you the whole way there?
Well, they have wagons and they have stuff. The wagons are slow.
You going to give us anything for it?
I can give you 10 gold pieces. They don't have anything. They have to sell the stuff once they get to El Terrell. So they're not carrying a lot of money on them.
What kind of wares do you have?
One guy is carrying wooden bowls. A lot of wooden bowls to trade. Another one has seashells. It's part of his new Bring the Ocean to You marketing scheme. He puts one to your ear and says, "Can you hear the ocean? It's like magic."
I've never been to the ocean.
In your Scratchy Crab.
Well, he goes, "This is what it would sound like. Would you like to buy one for 5 silver pieces?"
No.
Oh. He's heartbroken. He's convinced this is going to sell somewhere.
Not to me.
Seashell Sam is going to someday be a major businessman.
You should go talk to the Prince of Nigeria.
Hey, what languages do you read?
I don't know. I don't know who the question was directed at. Are you talking to Seashell Sam?
Yeah.
Seashell Sam doesn't read nothing.
Why would you ask a common trader what languages he read?
What is reading? Seashell Sam didn't get through first grade. He was the one that was busy eating the little potatoes that you find in the sandbox. That everybody said they're not potatoes. Those are cat poops.
Those are delicious.
Yeah.
Do you really want to escort these people?
Yes.
How much of that roleplay should I leave in there? Because it got weird.
All of it.
Oh, God.
Fine, I guess we can escort these people, but if it turns into a big problem...
I'll take care of it.
I'll help, but...
I'll take care of it.
But with scorn from a distance.
Yes.
Look what you made me do.
Alright.
So we're choosing to escort the people?
We escort the people.
Alright, well, thankfully it doesn't turn into a huge issue, but it does take an extra 2 days to get to El Terrell. And the very first sign of the city that you see is the companion light hanging over like a bright moon or dim star hundreds of feet above the city. And it looks like the giant ball from Destiny, except actually glowing, hanging above the city, a couple hundred feet up. It's not huge, though. It's a big light.
Vacancy!
Yes.
Wow. Alrighty then.
It shines by day, it shines by night, and it makes you feel...
sleep.
Well, it comforts you. It's a comforting kind of light. There may be some sort of magic infused in it,
Does it turn bright red when there's no vacancy? Like GTFO?
It is not a GTFO. There's no such thing as GTFOs. Stay out of Area 94. So it shines day and night, and its comforting light beckons you toward the city's safe quarters and the high walls. And coming down through the trees with your new friends, Seashell Sam is one of them. He's convinced that Leaky's the best thing ever.
Because he has a scratchy crab?
Yeah. However, your horse doesn't like him. Doesn't trust him. Seashell Sam spends a little bit too much time behind the horse. And once in a while you hear something like, get that fly off my tail. And then the voice will vanish again for hours.
What? Cesaria, do you hear that?
Yeah, he's into bestiality and he wants your horse's butt.
You don't hear the voice?
I'm confused. I thought you were saying...
I don't think she hears a voice.
I don't think she hears the voice either.
I'm confused.
You must be hearing things.
I'm terrified.
I thought you were saying that the voice was Sam trying to screw your horse.
I don't think Cesaria hears the voice.
I think you might be finally coming unscrewed.
Maybe.
So coming down through the trees, though, you see the city's southernmost defense, the broad river Kyanthar, which is big, it's sweeping, and there's only a single bridge across this big river into El Terrell in the docks. It's a big stone bridge. It's heavily defended. And it would be easy to read my Google Docs if it didn't keep switching its orientation on me. So the city, just quickly for the readers, it effectively stretches off the northern bank in roughly a rectangular shape. And the river Kyanthar runs east to west. And I'm going to show the players very quickly what it looks like. This is more or less what you see. You're approaching this way.
Okay.
It looks like a FUBAR brain.
Yeah, a little bit. You guys are coming across this bridge. Okay. And around the rest of the city, high walls and towers protect the compact and fortified buildings. A single narrow green strip of trees and gardens bisects the city into eastern and western districts. At the foot of the bridge, all travelers are being stopped, and heavily armored guardsmen in scarlet cloaks demand you state your business in El Terrell. What are you doing here?
We were sent to find Laushin the monk, who said he would meet us here.
We don't know a Laushin the monk.
You didn't write down the guy's name that the king told us to come find.
Governor Nighthill is not a king. He's a governor.
Well, Governor Nighthill told us to come here.
We are here to meet Anthar Froom.
The two guardsmen look at each other, and you get kind of like that look. And like, Anthar, you'll probably find him at the Pair of Black Antlers.
What is that?
That is the city's greatest pub. They both give you a thumbs up.
Okay then, may we pass?
Yes. And then they start harassing Seashell Sam. what is your business here? And just as you walk deeper in the city, you hear, look, can you hear the ocean?
Is Seashell Sam allowed in the city?
I don't know. It's an adventure for another day. So you guys are in the city. It is very tightly compacted. It's not a huge city, right? It's not like watered down, or not watered down. That's a movie about dying rabbits. It's not like Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate. Watership Down.
No.
And this is what happened when you put bunnies in the toilet and flush it a lot.
Goodbye.
Ducky go down the hole.
So what do you guys want to do in Eltro? It's not a huge city, but there is enough commerce here. It's heavily defended. It's also the main city on the road north before you get to Bergeros. All the commoners nearby look at you and go, what?
I think we need to go talk to Anthar first. He could probably point us in the proper direction. She's frozen with indecision, so we're going to the pub.
Fine.
I'm dragging her along with me.
Do you want to unpack your logic for her? Why you're doing it that way?
Because he's our contact in the city. He's going to know the city. He's going to know where you can go to repair Drown.
Yes, Leaky.
Also, like, if you just approach a random commoner, you're like, yo, can you please fix my cursed scimitar? They're going to be like, no, I can't.
Well, you are. Or okay. Much have a crossbow where the sun don't shine.
That is not a good way to get people to do work for you.
Yes, it is. It works all the time.
So, Anthar Froome is waiting for you guys at the Pair of Black Antlers, and he's sitting at a table. The quality of material of the table doesn't matter. I don't know why I injected wood in there. It's a holdover from Claw. He's sitting at a table when the characters enter, and as soon as Leaky steps in, he stands abruptly and points at you and goes, "You! Arm wrestle now!"
Okay, let's do it!
All right.
Oh, dear Lord.
So you're approaching the table with the other paladins who, like, push back a little bit, and they all cross their arms, and they're, like, ready to be judgmental and scornful.
Yep.
All right, it's a strength check.
I'm not arm wrestling nobody.
They wanted to him, because it's a dwarf-to-dwarf thing.
12.
Anthar rolls a 21.
My God.
He slams your fist through the table.
You alright, Leaky?
Hand's a little sore.
Okay, he begins to tease you, and the other paladins begin to laugh. They're like, this is the one that Laoshin was talking about? This little wimp?
Best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
18.
Anthar rolls back and just punches you in the face when he loses, and just cracks you right in the face. How do you react?
No fist fights, Leaky.
Are we rolling for initiative now?
Wow, 7.
Oh, dude, all right. He's going to proceed to punch you unarmored with his fist, which I'm going to call a D6.
Critical fail.
Ooh. He punches his buddy in the head.
Why are we getting into bar fights, Leaky? Don't kill our contact for the city. I need to fix my sword. Scimitar.
All the other paladins, like, make a ring around you, and they're like, ooh, yeah! Go, Anthar!
14?
Is not enough to hit him. Bounces right off his plate mail. That's an 18. Not enough to hit you.
Glances off my shoulder.
Evidently.
10.
It's not enough to hit. Yeah. All right. 2. To be fair, even though Anthar is rolling really low, he's also drunk. So it makes sense.
That's a 22.
Yes, it is. That's enough to hit him.
And that does 7. I'm adding my strength modifier, correct?
Oh, yeah.
That's 7 damage.
Plus your rage, right?
I'm not raging.
Oh, you're not raging.
No, I'm not raging.
I saw you roll with initiative, or with advantage. I thought that's what that was.
That's part of feral instinct.
All right, he hauls back and tries to hit you again, but misses.
Leaky, don't kill our contact.
21.
All right, you knock him on his rear, and he starts laughing and howling because this is exactly what he was expecting. He's like, yeah, that's the one.
I extend my hand to help him up.
He takes it and hauls himself up, and the other paladins like kind of gather around you, and they're like, "Ah, you must be the one that Laoshin was talking about then." And this is the thief.
This is the thief.
She stares at everybody, glares at them. To be fair, she's a haughty elf, and they're all beneath her.
Wow.
She wants to shoot people.
I said short, not shoot.
Anthar welcomes you guys to Eltrell, and he's happy that you've made it. But Laoshin had moved on 2 days ago. So he's already moved on to the next part. He had business he had to take care of he goes, you know what he has to take care of, and doesn't want to discuss it openly in front of the whole bar.
Okay.
So he says, you are welcome to stay here at the Pair of Antlers and take care of any business that you need to take care of. But tonight, we drink.
I was just going to offer to buy you a drink.
Everything is on the house for you guys tonight, so
okay.
Help yourselves. He's going to give you a nice room to rest in, which can actually give you, I think, a stamina advantage, right? Because it's a nice bed.
I don't know how that works.
I'd say I can give you guys a little bit of a boost.
Do you know where I can get my weapon fixed?
He asked you to tell him about it.
It's called Drown. Mm-hmm. It's from the Water Cult.
Ah, those guys, yeah, they suck. You have the scimitar?
Yes. It's broken. I need it fixed.
He recommends that you go talk to Lady Selgin's boiled... No, wait, not that one. The Righteous Blade. They know their way around a magic blade.
Are they open?
Not tonight. Tonight we drink!
I totally spelled righteous wrong.
That's okay.
Right out O-U-S. And I'm not fixing it.
He will give you directions in the morning. He can actually probably send a paladin to help you if you need it to get there. But tonight, drink, and he wants to hear your side of the story because Laushin has basically told him that he barely escaped with you guys because you put him at risk. And he says that you are reckless. I want to hear more.
I could have left him tied to that tree.
Ooh. He did not mention a tree. What tree?
He was tied to a tree in the raider camp. He was chained to a tree. I was chained right next to him.
He sits down. Arthur sits down in a chair next to the shattered wooden table and begins stroking his beard. He's like, tell me more. He didn't tell me any of this. Laushin always changes the story to make himself the hero.
He was pretty much down and out, stuck to a tree, and we tied him to a tree and next to him, and
I was taken prisoner.
Yeah.
Arthur looks at you disbelievingly.
And then
whose idea was that?
That one.
What?
And then we murdered 2 guards. We pulled them into a tent, and
there's only one.
No, there were 2.
No, you only
1, 2. Dead cultist, good cultist.
There were 2 because Laushin had to put clothes on too, and you hid underneath the bottom of the robes to walk out.
That was only one. You stripped the first one naked and hung him from the tree.
Oh yeah, I did.
Ah, the old 2-in-1 trench coat trick.
Yes.
Ah, he's very pleased with that.
Sometimes it pays to be short.
And the dragon eggs?
Destroyed.
Good. Dragons suck.
I rode one.
He's like, oh, that's a Laushin story. You did not ride a dragon.
I did. I swear to you, I did.
He did.
He falls off and punches you in the head. He's like, don't lie to me.
Oh, dear Christ.
I'm not lying.
I'm not
Can I have a drink?
Yes. Go ask. Vodka?
How strong is your vodka?
Strong. Strong like bear.
Do you have onions?
Yes.
I need a cut onion and vodka. Bottle of vodka.
Before Leaky can hit him, he hauls back in his chair and is like, onion! Vodka! Here!
Leaky demands a beer.
Stein, Bier. Beer! Eins Bier für mein Freundin.
I proceed to drink my vodka and sniff my onion.
Leaky chugs the beer.
All right.
Like a good dwarf.
So it turns out to be a pretty good night then.
Yes.
You guys haul off and you sleep in the first nice room, I think, of the entire adventure.
Yes.
Because I think he just slept in the eating hall at one time, didn't he?
Yep.
Chained to a tree.
Yeah, chained to a tree one night. On the road a lot of nights.
Yeah. All right.
There's lots of good music. Most of it's forgotten in the having drank 7 kegs worth of beer.
In the drunken blur.
Okay. In the morning, he greets you and he notices that you have a talisman that you slept with in your hands, a little sword. I'm sorry. He says to Caesarea, "Do you want to fix your sword today, or try to anyway? I don't know what they're going to do with the Righteous Blade, but they will know more than I will."
Yes.
He is offering to give you an escort paladin to get there. But he does say, please come back tonight, because we need to meet and talk business. Laushin is gone, we must move on. I have a plan, but I'm just waiting for one more person to get here, and she will be here today.
Okay. Also,
be back tonight.
He has an urn that has runes on it.
Why don't you let me discuss that with him?
Because you'll forget.
No, I won't.
You'll get too drunk and forget.
It's true. Just sitting in the tavern all day is probably a recipe for disaster. Do you want to talk to him about that, or do you want to wait?
I'll wait.
Okay. Do you want a paladin escort, or do you just want directions?
I'll take an escort.
Okay.
I'm squishy.
So you get a paladin named Brother Joseph. And the paladin escort leads you to the Righteous Blade, which is in the northern district where all the smiths are. It's not near the merchant district. It's actually out of the way, away from the other vendors. Because this is a specialty shop. And when you enter, the shop is almost empty, as if there's nothing for sale. But there's a woman working at a forge in the back. And she's hammering away at something. It's hard to tell, though.
Ma'am?
She turns around and looks at you and takes out her wooden plugs.
Can you fix this?
She takes it and she lays it down on the counter and she goes, "This was a scimitar at one point."
Yeah, it was an enchanted cursed scimitar from the water cult called Drown.
She wants to know what the nature of the curse was.
Compels me to steal things.
So it's not just... So it's an evil sword.
Yes.
And she looks around and she's like, "I can't put an evil enchantment on the sword in Eltrell. The companion light wouldn't let me. I can enchant the sword, I can fix it and enchant it, but I'm not going to put on something that's going to turn you into a terrible person. This is the Righteous Blade."
Can you at least fix it and enchant it?
She thinks she can do that, but it's not going to be the same sword. She doesn't want to corrupt you. This is the Righteous Blade. She can enchant it to embolden you or make you stronger, but she doesn't have the conviction that she can put that curse back on it. She doesn't want to drag you down.
All right.
But we could turn this into a blade of courage rather than corruption.
Can you make it a blade that's I'm not so squishy?
Do you want armor or a sword?
Just sword.
She can enchant the sword to make you attack faster.
Okay.
But it won't be the same sword. It's going to change it on you.
Yeah. Decisions.
If we pause in the metagame, this is a point where you can begin to shift your character away from just mindless evil for evil's sake. Or you can wait and go to probably Baldur's Gate. Doesn't have the same companion light. Baldur's Gate could probably put the same curse back on it, but that's like asking for AIDS back.
That's kind of where I'm going with this. Can we rename the sword Drown 2.0?
How about we rename the sword Tide? It will, in fact, take all the stains out of your clothes.
Nah, Leaky puts a lot of stains on everything.
So she gets a big book off of one of her shelves in the back, and she opens it up, and she shows you... First she goes, "You can read common, right? You're not one of those that can't read?"
Yes.
Okay, she slides it in front of you, and she shows you the description of a charm that she can work onto it. And that charm would increase your initiative rolls. It would speed you up because it's emboldening you to rush into combat, like Tidewaters.
Can I rush into combat while staying far enough? Well, yeah, I can drown. Yeah. Thinking out loud.
I just want to give it a second pause. It would benefit your sneak attack because you get the
that's
advantage as long
what
as you
I was
attack first.
Thinking in my brain.
Earlier I was trying to work a DM weapon that would be better suited to how you actually play. That wouldn't just make you take stupid risks, because we already have one of those.
Yeah, we have the stupid risk taker. We need... Oh, my foot's asleep.
If you had a peg leg, your foot would never fall asleep again.
No, nope. It wouldn't. But yes, I suppose we can turn it into... Drown into Tide.
Okay.
What do you need?
I need a day, and I need a bar of pure silver.
Where can I find one?
In the marketplace.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to get you from the marketplace?
Cut to Leaky in the tavern?
Yeah. So your contact point that you had met in Eltrell is a paladin named Antharr Froome, who's from the Lord's Alliance, and he also has the symbol of a sword. So he sees, based on the heavy drinking from last night and the fact that you slept with the kilt pin clutched in your little meaty hands, that this is something meaningful to you. And he says, what is that you have there?
This is the symbol from my lover, who was a paladin. This is all I have left of him.
It is the sword of Tyr. Where did he die?
He died in the water temple.
Ah, that is a bad death.
Yes, it was.
What will you do with it?
I'm not sure exactly. I was thinking of maybe going to the Temple of Tyr and praying to Tyr to maybe resolve some of my grief.
Well, that is a good thought, but paladins are memorialized at the Memorial to the Brave, and that is where you'll find a child of Tyr who can guide you.
That's good information. Thank you.
I will do anything to honor my brothers. This accent's really hard. I have to think about every word. So he can give you directions to it, or you can wander. But effectively, like there is a memorial service that you can dedicate to Flint at the Memorial to the Brave.
Where is the Memorial to the Brave?
He gives you directions to the garden, the strip that you and Caesarius saw when you first came into Elturel. It's a long green band that divides the city into the east and west. And from up on the hill south of the river Kyanthar, you just saw the green band. But he says that in the heart of it is where the memorial actually stands, and it's well hidden by a variety of magic so that those that are moving to grieve and mourn can do that in private. So he says you need to go to the green gate and follow the road and bring the talisman with you.
Okay.
So you go?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so in the marketplace, your paladin is able to guide you to an ore salesman.
Man or woman?
You're not sure.
Hey, you.
Hello. Can I help you?
Do you have silver ingots?
I do.
Are they pure silver ingots?
Yes.
May I buy one?
Yes.
How much do you want for it?
40 gold pieces, please.
Okay.
I'd haggled.
Nope. Do you see how many gold pieces I have?
I'd haggled.
Nope. I want drowned down ASAP.
And while you hand over those pieces, you overhear somebody talking about the dragon gold. Just a couple stands down, you just catch that little musical note in the air. Someone mentioned dragon gold.
Can I go, hey, Brother Joseph?
Yeah.
Do you know about the dragon gold that
He
they're talking
says
about?
that that's what people have been talking about when they, with all the carts that came through bearing the treasure that Anthar's been following up.
Oh, because they're making money off of the dragons?
Some of it. Says that this is what Anthar's been dealing with, trying to track that down.
Ah.
And a lot of it keeps getting processed through these ore merchants who will just melt it down if they don't want to carry it farther north so that they can pay for their schemes here.
Fair. So I'm going to take my bar back to
Okay.
the lady.
She needs one night to work on it.
Okay.
So it'll be ready by morning.
Okay.
That's it. She's willing to do the work because it's a pretty sword in and of itself. And she's never been able to try this particular charm, so she's going to do her best. That's it.
Oh, I'm going to ask her a question. Actually, no, I'm going to ask Brother Joseph. Do you know anything about an 8-legged lizard that has ice blue eyes that turns people to stone when they stare at them?
He looks over at the sword salesman, and he looks back at you, and he goes, "A basilisk?"
Yeah, maybe. There was one. We had to kill it. It was in a cave.
You killed a basilisk on the road?
Yes.
Where? Everything within sight of the companion should be safe. And if it's not, we need to know so we can ride out and kill him.
Well, the basilisk is dead. Let's try to remember. It was between here and...
He's like, "Why? You killed a basilisk. Why didn't you talk about that last night? Anthar would have been so impressed."
Because I forgot about it.
Did you kill it?
Both Leaky and I did.
He wants you to sign his sword.
With what?
He asks for a chisel from the sword merchant.
And I chisel my name into a sword.
He will cherish it forever.
Okay, so we'll go back to...
Back to the Atlas!
Yeah?
Is Leaky back from his adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Leaky. Where exactly was that lizard thing?
It was 2 days wagon ride outside of the city.
There's your answer. They think it was a basilisk.
Oh. Interesting.
Basilisk? Says Anthar.
Yep.
What basilisk?
We killed one on the road.
What?
An 8-legged lizard that looked like stone with ice.
No, you didn't.
Yo, we did.
You're lying to me.
No, look at this. Look at the sludge on my blade.
Why didn't you clean your blade?
Because he didn't want to lick it. He only cleans his blade when he can lick it.
Was there any victims?
A few.
Did you get them an alchemist who could use the fluid from the gullet to vivify the victim?
No.
No, we didn't know that part.
What did you do with the victim?
We left them there.
He doesn't believe you. What did you do with the victim? Did you bury the victim?
We told the people around the victim to bury the body.
The person is still alive.
Oh.
Oops.
I have this. It started to the light started to go out as the lizard died.
What is that?
I don't know.
You buried the man alive.
Well, let's go find him.
No, I will send my paladins to do it.
Okay.
Where was this? And he puts a map in front of you.
We show him where
Mark
it was.
the place where you buried the man alive.
We point to it.
He just pinches the bridge of his nose, and he's like, "Number one, make it so."
At least we told you now and we didn't wait longer.
Oh, the man's could be there for eternity. Waiting. Not dead, but not alive. It's a nightmare.
We assumed he was dead.
Other Froome is thoroughly horrified.
We thought he was dead.
So, Anthar, I have a question.
Shoot.
At the Memorial to the Brave, I saw a vision of the one-armed man.
You saw a vision at the Memorial to the Brave.
Yes.
Did you think
what?
it's Flynn?
The one-armed man.
The one-armed man? The one-armed god, Tyr?
Yes, I believe so.
Interesting. And what did he say to you?
He said nothing.
Yes, you had a vision and he did not call you.
No, he did not speak. He simply saluted me with his sword.
He leans forward on the half-broken table and he's like, What was this vision?
In the vision, I saw my uncle, the chieftain of the tribe I have been exiled from.
And what was the vision of your uncle with Tyr, the god?
No, Tyr did not show up until the end. During the vision, I was in this great battle trying to protect some of my clansmen and my uncle.
He strokes his beard and he's like, that sounds like a calling to me. Though, to what? I do not know. Do you desire to learn the path of the righteous? To take an oath?
I do, but I fear I do not meet the requirements.
You can be taught. Everyone can be taught. It will require you put your soul in the balance of Tyr on his scales. It will kill you if he finds you unworthy. I am not a paladin of Tyr, but I know them. And in fact, I know one who shall be us very soon. And he looks around and looks kind of impatiently. Says, I do wonder where she is. We must call to business soon.
Also, in the Basilisk Lair, I found this urn with some sort of ashes and runes engraved upon it. I can't read. I never learned.
Let me see.
I hand him the urn.
He looks at it, he stares at the top, and he goes, yes, this is dragon script. It says, Mezon the Brass Tail. I do not know this person.
Do you think it might be the ashes of Mezon Brasstail?
It is an urn. That would be logical.
Can I have it back?
He hands it back to you, very gently.
I tie it back to my belt. Opposite Scratchy Crab.
I have to include that somehow in the art now. No, what do you get out, like an urn holster?
Leaky, do not snort the ashes.
Do I look like a child?
You're about that
yes.
tall. Okay, I can go get Lindsay if you want.
Okay, that works.
Why
why don't we end the episode here, and the next episode is when she arrives.
It might be long. Well, maybe it won't be long. These might be two kind of short ones in outro. Okay, so before we jump into the next segment, which we're going to call Ready Player 3, we're going to end this episode here and not forget to do an outro burner this time. So Anthar has been so very helpful, but he
Do I get my drown?
Not until tomorrow. Gotta wait a whole day. Anthar's been super helpful to everybody, but he didn't get to have his meeting. Aw shucks, we're going to deal with that in 2 weeks on episode
9.
Thank you. I forgot how to count for a second there, which we're going to call Ready Player 3. I think it's the best possible title.
Can we name this past episode The Tides Have Turned?
That's nice. I like
That's
that.
an awesome name. I like that.
Write that down so I don't forget.
Because drown is no longer drown.
Yeah, and leaky's no longer leaky.
Yeah.
Which I guess that would come out between 8 and 9 then.
Yes. We'll release that as a bonus episode, maybe on like a Saturday or something.
So we've gotten to Elturel. You guys fought and killed what seems to be a basilisk. You buried an innocent person alive, or instructed commoners to commit that crime. You got into several fistfights with a paladin who was way too happy to fight you. And
I only got into one.
We're working on repairing Drown and repairing our souls. So,
yes.
We hope you like it. We're trying really hard to bring in more DMing that's not just mechanics, more storytelling, more goofy accents. I apologize to everybody of Bavarian descent for that crime, but I'm not going to stop. I
have been Kyle Newcomb. My Twitter, my personal Twitter account is @KyleNewcomb15. Make sure you follow the Canon Fodder Twitter account as well.
Yep.
It's @CanonFodderPod.
CANON.
Yep.
And I continue to be Travis Knight, the malignant god of dice. An unwitting victim? I don't know. You can find me on Twitter and also my website, which are both Travis O. Knight. And let us know what you think, because we're trying new stuff every week, and we're trying really hard to engage with the community and to respond to our listeners.
Yep.
Because we really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
This is way more fun than it has any right to be.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's too much fun. And I am Jenn Clark. You know me as Cesaria, who apparently is going to have an actual slight twist of fate, and we'll see where that goes.
Also, look for a bonus episode coming out Saturday. It's very interesting. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. Thank you for listening, and we will catch you in 2 weeks.
The Canon Fodder Diecast is produced and DM'd by Travis Knight. It stars Kyle Newcomb as Leaky the Barbarian and Jenn Clark as Cesaria the Rogue Cleric. Court of the Dragon Queen is part of the D&D 5e series and published by Kobold Press. This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always bring a towel, and thanks for listening.